The following content isn't owned by me, it is owned by Tsubaraya Productions. Hello everyone, this is Mr. Toku. Today we'll be doing our Ultraman Mebius review. It's the 55th anniversary of Ultraman. This was one of the previous anniversary seasons, so it's cool to look back on one of the anniversary seasons and my favorite anniversary season for Ultraman, not Tokusatsu. Flashman takes the title. But yeah, let's get started with this review. With the opening. If you watch this show, listen to that opening. It is inspiring. It gets you in the feels, makes you excited for the show. This opening is amazing. I love this opening. It's not Nexus level. I think Nexus has a better opening, but still, this opening is just, it's so good. It is such a good opening. It's amazing. I love Ultraman Mebius' opening. It's just everything's so inspirational, you know. You can go like this to it. You can go like this to it. You know, it's fucking great. So yes, Ultraman Mebius kind of became a meme when this thing aired, because yes, crying Japan Man exists because of this guy Mirai. That's him crying from some inspirational speech or whatever. The CG tears are just perfect, man. It's beautiful. Anyway, let's move on to the Ultras. We have the main Ultra, Mirai. Mirai. Ultraman Mebius. Throughout the show, he just seemed like a normal protagonist, you know? Save people, for justice, and but he actually learned throughout the way, at first he's a bit more destructive, when he was fighting, sometimes the buildings would get destroyed, and people and civilians will have to risk not just the monster but him himself, and he had to learn how to not damage his surroundings. He had to be aware of his surroundings, which I really, really liked. I always found it weird, like in Ultraman, where like the buildings would be destroyed when Ultra is like fighting. He like falling the ceiling. God, I imagine the people like, "You're supposed to save us. What the fuck, man?" But yeah, this really breaks the mold on not just how an Ultra acts, but like it's just like they like the characters really make me right now. Okay, look, I know you're here to save the day, but save the day properly, please. We don't want buildings to be destroyed, So like, yeah, and I think it's really cool. He is a continuation of the show. This is a continuation of the Showa era, so he is considered the youngest Ultra. 18 years old. Makes sense. We find out about why he is in a human form in like episode 21 or 2-ish, and then we learn about the Ultraman graveyard, and then learn why he took Mirai's body, and actually who his father is, which is really, really, really nice to see. Some exposition about his character, because it was just great. So yeah, overall, I think Mirai is a really good character, a really good Ultra, who started at a pretty bland start, and then I really liked him at the end of the show. He just became a really good character. Let's talk about his other forms. We got I think it was like Sparking or something. I don't remember the names of this. It's when like he helps some old. No, this is from Hikari, I believe. I think Hikari gives him to these forms. So yeah. But I think these forms look great. The one on the right is Phoenix, which he gets in the final episode when all the guys merge together. Oh my god, I can talk about that all day. Holy crap, that scene was amazing. If you watch the show, you know why it's amazing. Just fucking Mebius. God, I love Mebius. Ultraman Hikari, Serizawa, and if you know the Serizawa, because you hear this in the show all the time, Serizawa Taija! You heard that in the show all the time, but Ultraman Hikari, he started out as Tsurugi, who was a villain, and then he turned into Ultraman Hikari. Hikari really does show a lot more as more like he shows up a lot in other Ultra series, which is cool. It started out as Serizawa, but then Serizawa gave the title to Ryu, but like at the end of the show. So yeah. Guys, crew. Okay, let me talk about this crew for a second. This is my favorite Ultraman crew of all time, and maybe of all Toku. This crew started out as just regular civilians. At least the six on the bottom. They started out as regular civilians, you know? One was a doctor. One was a regular person who worked at Guts. One was an alien. One was a soccer player who spoke Spanish. One was a preschool teacher, and one was a race car driver. But then this series of events brought them together. They said, okay, we're different backgrounds, but we're gonna work together and get through this shit. They do. They join together with this huge ass like military system. They grow, they teach each other stuff, they learn from each other, and then they become like big giant family. It's great. This is how you do this shit. This is how you make people useful. They actually are useful. What the fuck? This was the first time I saw people useful. I was like, what the fuck? God, this crew is so good. This crew is fucking amazing. You know, all had significant character development. Even the captain, and even Toru and his secretary. I didn't expect him that, especially at the end when the actor's like, okay, like he's like, okay, I'm gonna fucking stop acting. So he's like, look, I may be silly and shit, but look, this kid is I've been with this kid for a long time. Shit, this show is amazing. God. Okay, let's move on to the villains. The villains, I'm gonna say this one thing, are the weaker part of the show. However, they're still not bad. The kaiju are really threatening. There's some amazing callbacks to like all the older ultras and all that. And yeah, it's just pretty standard. And then at the end, some darkness bullshit. It's cool, but some of those villains with those four like villains before the final one had really cool plans. Especially one where they made Mirai the villain and made the monster the hero, or where they put him into another world, or where he basically bribed them. That was really really cool to see Mebius get through those struggles, and it's really cool to see sometimes when the villains have like intricate plans and all that. Let's talk about the story. This is gonna take the longest part because the story is it's not complex. It's really episodic, but then like when they have the cameos, it becomes really really like integral. So all the ultras get affiliated with one of the ultras. I think Konomi is Ultra 7. Mirai is Leo. I don't remember. But I know all the Showa ones are back, and it's really cool to see their original actors. What? But yeah. My favorite cameo, however, was 80. First of all, I'm watching 80 right now. I fucking love 80. I love Ultraman 80 so much. Seeing all the children there, and they're all growing up. I was like, yeah. It just hits you, man. Even if you haven't watched the season, they give you enough exposition, and you're just like, oh. You're just like, oh yeah, it's great. Freaking, oh, I love that. God, this episode was so good because he's like, okay, because the kids were like, okay, we're gonna, it's a reunion. We're gonna plan this thing, to have our teacher come back and celebrate with us, and then Ultraman 80s, and then I remember they were like the people where they see Mebius and like, that's not our Ultra, it's 80, and then 80 comes back, and then he tensions and fights, and he goes back, and then you just see all those people together, and they sing a song for him. It's great. God, I love this show. Fuck, I love this show way too much, man. And then the training arc with Leo was great. Ultraman Ace coming back was also really really cool. I think when he's like, when the monsters try to doubt Mirai, and then Ace is like, no, you're not this and that, you're this, you're you, and then Mebius beats the shit out of the monster because, oh my god, if you haven't tell already, this show is amazing. Let me just say that. However, the episodic parts of it are still really good. Like the some of the episodes are like little slight filler mini arcs, but they're still really good. One of the episodes that stand out to me was actually finding out Mirai's backstory. So basically, like, I think Mirai and his father were on like a spaceship on like a mission or something, and then something happens to the ship, like some like malfunction or something hit it, and then Mebius, and then like Mirai doesn't want to die, at least his human form, and then everyone's going back in, and then Mebius goes into his body, and then so he survives, and then he meets his father, and it was great. A lot of those, and then we have these little mini background things going on in the plot, like the eggs, like the baby kaijus, like having Konami, who's a preschool teacher, actually take care of them. See, they make people useful. What the fuck? What happened? What happened, Toei? Why can't you make these? Why can't you be like these people? Okay, these people are useful. These people are useful. Okay, piloted a ship, Ultraman, doctor, researcher, took care of the kaiju, and corporate. What the hell do they do now? Oh, I watched Trigger. They're like, I'm here doing VR for my ship, and then getting captured by wires until Ultraman saves me. Why can't they do? Okay, granted, they do run into trouble, but at least they try. They try. You can tell they're trying. They're just like fire. They actually come up with plans. They help Mirai. Fuck, the show's so good. Anyway, is the show? Hold on. Is the show rewatchable? 100%. Watch it the first time. You watch it the second time. It feels get in there. This show is great. It's a really good show. It's so good. Oh my god, this show is so good. It's so good. You can rewatch it. I rewatched it already. It just, God, it's so good. It's so good. Mebius is so good. Time to discuss this favorite and least favorite episode. I don't really think there's a bad episode of Mebius. I'm gonna be honest with you. Let me think. I can say my favorite for sure, but I'm trying to figure out my least favorite. That's really hard actually. There weren't any plots that I didn't like. That's really the thing. I really like this show. I'm gonna say my favorite. My favorite episode is the finale. I said it. This finale is what you call a finale. It's a trilogy. It shows, the King of Darkness coming in. He's like, you have no hope. Mebius tries, but he can't do it. And then the people are like, why? Why can't you do it? Fuck you. Why can't you save us, you bitch? I think this is after that plot with them bribing, with the monster bribing Mebius by capturing his friends, and then and you see the captain put out that message. Go watch. That almost made me cry. That was great. That was amazing. Oh, and Toru just sticking up for my man Mirai, because they wanted to take him away. They wanted him to basically like die almost. The government really wanted to take him away, and then guys were like, fuck. And guys were like, no, fuck this. We're gonna you can't take our fucking member. You're gonna fucking shut up and leave, and we'll do our thing, save the world, and then he'll leave. And then the fusing between everyone. It's so good. There, I can't say. This and that. Okay, it's so good. It's really good. Inverted. It's an 11 out of 10. I think this is up there for my favorite toku of all time. It's giving Flashman a run for its money. It's really good. This is one of the greatest tokusatsu shows I've watched in my life, and is actually one of the best shows I've watched in my life. I love Ultraman Mebius, and I recommend everybody go watch it, because this is a really good show. Anyway, give me your thoughts in the comment section below. Comment, subscribe, follow my Twitter, And I'll see you guys tomorrow with Shoujo Sentai Live Night Review. I'll see you till then. Bye bye.